The cold metal walls of the alien warship trembled under heavy fire. Red warning lights flashed wildly as alarms screamed through the corridors. Outside, the stars burned silently, watching the chaos unfold. Inside the command room, Commander Frylock stood frozen. His many eyes darted nervously to the holographic map floating in front of him. The human soldier was not supposed to be here, not alive, not fighting, not winning. The human's name was Kane, a single soldier who had just destroyed an entire squad of the alien invaders, using only strange, unpredictable tactics that no alien weapon could counter. Frylock's voice shook as he barked orders. "Seal all exits, capture Kane at any cost." But the crew was already panicked. The word had spread fast. Humans were different, deadly, unstoppable. "Commander," a younger officer gasped. "He's heading straight for the vault room, the vault with the artifact." The vault, the most closely guarded secret of the alien fleet. It held technology so advanced it could change the course of the war, if it fell into the wrong hands. Frylock's mouth tightened. If Kane reaches that vault, all is lost. Far away in the depths of the ship, Kane moved with swift precision. His breath was steady, but his heart beat like thunder. He had no time to think about fear. The humans were nearly extinct, almost, wiped out by a terrible war that the alien Galactic Council had started years ago. Now this vault was the last hope for humanity. A secret weapon, hidden long ago, meant to be used only when Earth was on the brink of destruction. Kane's fingers brushed against the cold surface of the vault door. It was sealed tight, protected by alien codes and ancient locks. But humans had a secret, something inside them that even the most powerful AI could not predict. With a deep breath, Kane activated the override sequence. His blood hummed with a strange energy, as if the codes were written inside him. The vault door hissed open, revealing a glowing core inside. Inside the core, a small device pulsed with light. It was not a weapon. It was something far more dangerous, an ancient human consciousness trapped in a machine, a mind that had lived through the darkest days of Earth's destruction. Kane reached out and touched it. Back in the command room, the panic grew. Alien soldiers scrambled to stop Kane, but no one could predict what came next. The device inside the vault suddenly lit up. A voice echoed in the ship's systems. Not alien, not machine, but human. Cold, clear, and powerful. "This war is over," the voice said. "Humans will rise again." Frylock felt a cold sweat on his scales. He had heard stories about humans, about their rage, their emotions, their unbreakable spirit. But hearing it now inside his own ship was terrifying. "Deploy the reinforcements," Frylock shouted. "Destroy that human and take back the vault." Meanwhile, Kane felt something awaken inside him. The device in the vault was connecting to his mind, sharing memories of Earth, of battles, of losses. He saw images of his home planet burning, families lost, friends turned to dust. But he also saw hope. Humans fighting back against impossible odds. Rising from ashes stronger than before, Kane's eyes glowed faintly. The old human spirit was alive in him, and it was ready to fight. In the alien fleet's main control center, Ambassador Thalix received an urgent message. "You've been assigned to the humans," the Galactic Council ordered. "You will oversee the peace talks on the newly signed treaty." Thalix's hands trembled. The humans were known for one thing: chaos. Why had the Council sent him to deal with them? Was it a punishment? A trap? As he prepared to leave, he heard the news from the front lines. The humans had taken the vault. The war was far from over, and the panic was only beginning. Ambassador Thalix stared at the holographic message blinking in front of him. His antennae twitched nervously as he read the words again. "You have been assigned to the humans." Words felt like a curse. The Galactic Council had sent him, a trusted alien diplomat, to live among the humans, to negotiate peace, to understand them. But Thalix had only heard stories, terrifying stories, about humans being unpredictable, emotional, and deadly. Why did the Council think he could handle this mission? Did they want him to fail? Thalex's ship dropped into orbit around Earth's ruined colony. The planet was scarred, broken, but still alive. Humans clung to their shattered homes like stubborn weeds growing through cracks in stone. When Thalex landed, he was met by a small group of human soldiers. Their leader was Kane, the same soldier who had stolen the vault from his fleet. Kane's eyes were sharp, watching Thalex carefully. He did not trust aliens, especially not those sent by the Council. Thalex tried to hide his fear. "I am here to talk peace," he said, "to end the war." Kane laughed, a cold, bitter sound. "Peace? After everything your people did to us, after you tried to wipe us out?" The two leaders sat across from each other in a small room deep underground. Outside, the sounds of the war continued, explosions and distant gunfire. Thalex listened as Kane told the story of Earth's destruction, the betrayal by alien allies, the loss of families, friends, and entire cities, how humans had survived against all odds, hiding in secret fleets and underground bases. Thalex felt a strange emotion rising inside him. It was not fear, not anger. It was curiosity. How could humans hold on to hope after so much loss? That night, Thalex walked alone outside the base. The stars shone cold and distant overhead. He looked at Earth, broken, but still breathing. He remembered his own homeworld, peaceful, orderly, but afraid of change. He whispered to the empty air, "What if humans are not what we thought? What if they are stronger than we can imagine?" Meanwhile, Kane stood before the glowing vault core, feeling the ancient consciousness stir inside. It was alive but trapped. "Help us," the voice inside whispered. "We are humanity's past and future." Kane nodded. "We will not let you down." But deep inside he wondered, was this ancient mind a friend or a weapon? Could the humans control what they had unleashed? Back on the alien ship, Vrylox prepared for a final assault. The humans had broken into the vault, a blow no one thought possible. His commanders argued fiercely. Some wanted to surrender, others wanted total war. Vrylox slammed his claw on the table. "No, we will fight. We will not let humans rise." Again, but even he knew the war had changed. The humans were no longer hiding. They were coming back, stronger, angrier, and more dangerous than ever. The underground base buzzed with quiet tension. Kane moved through the dim corridors, the glow of the ancient device still pulsing faintly beneath his jacket. The device was more than just a machine. It was a key to something bigger, something the galaxy had long forgotten. "Commander Kane," a voice called softly. It was Dr. Alara, the human scientist assigned to study the device. Her eyes were tired but fierce. "We've uncovered something. The device, it's not just a memory core. It holds the consciousness of one of Earth's last great leaders, someone who fought to protect humanity before the Great Extinction." Kane's heart skipped. "You mean a mind trapped inside a machine?" Alara nodded. "Yes, and it's reaching out to us." Far above them, Ambassador Thalex was walking through the ruins of an old human city. The streets were cracked, buildings half collapsed, but life still pulsed in the small community that survived there. Thalex had been observing humans closely for days now. Their stubborn will, their raw emotions, and their fierce loyalty to each other confused him. He stopped by a small monument, a simple statue dedicated to those lost in the war. His many eyes lingered on the engraved names. So much pain, so much loss. Suddenly a young girl approached him cautiously. "Are you really here to help us?" she asked in broken alien tongue. Thalex looked at her carefully. "I am." She nodded slowly, her eyes full of hope and fear. "We want peace, but not if it means giving up who we are." Back in the base, Kane and Alara sat before the device, now fully powered. The ancient leader's consciousness stirred, deeper, sharing visions of Earth's past. a time when humans had advanced technology but pride and fear tore them apart. They made mistakes, Ilara whispered. But their knowledge could save us now. Kane clenched his fists. Then we use it. We fight not just to survive, but to reclaim our place in the galaxy. In the alien fleet, Commander Vrylox stared at the blinking red alert. Reports came. In fast, human ships moving with strange new strategies, weapons that seemed powered by something unknown. We underestimated them, Vrylox growled, and that will be our downfall. He activated a secure channel. Send the Black Fleet. Crush their resistance before it spreads. But deep down he knew the war had already changed. Humans were no longer just survivors. They were becoming legends. Kane stood in the dimly lit briefing room facing his small team of soldiers. Their faces were a mix of exhaustion and determination. The ancient consciousness inside the device had given them new hope, but it also brought new dangers. We've learned that the Galactic Council has spies everywhere, Kane said. We can't trust anyone outside this base. One soldier, Mira, raised her hand. Commander, what about the ambassador, Thalix? He's here for peace. Kane's jaw tightened. We don't know if he's friend or foe. The Council could use him to control us or worse, betray us. Meanwhile, Ambassador Thalix walked through the human camp, trying to earn their trust. He shared stories of his own world, of peace and cooperation between different species. Yet, every time he looked into Kane's eyes, he saw doubt and anger. The wounds of war ran deep. That night, Thalix found himself alone, staring at the stars. He whispered, "If only they could see the truth." Back on the alien warship, Commander, Vrylox paced his quarters. The Black Fleet was ready to strike, but reports kept coming. The humans were growing stronger, united by something old and powerful. Vrylox slammed his claw on the console. This isn't just a war for territory anymore. It's a war for the soul of humanity. In the base, Ilara worked late into the night studying the ancient consciousness. Suddenly, the device flickered, and a voice echoed softly in the room. Trust is the key, it said. But trust must be earned. Kane stepped forward. We have to decide. Can we risk trusting the ambassador? Or will that risk destroy everything? The future of humanity hung in the balance. The underground base was tense. Kane couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Ambassador Thalix had been acting strange lately, too eager to prove his loyalty, too eager to share information. Kane gathered his trusted soldiers. We need to watch him closely. If he's a spy, we'll find out. Thalix sat alone in his quarters, staring at the hologram of Earth's ruined surface. He felt torn. His mission was to bring peace, but his growing respect for the humans made him question the Council's orders. A knock at the door startled him. It was Mira, the soldier who had questioned Kane earlier. I don't trust you, Kane had said. Mira, however, was more curious than suspicious. Thalix looked up. I want to help you, but first I need to prove it. Meanwhile, deep in the alien fleet, Vrylox received a secret transmission. The humans have allies. They are awakening the ancient tech buried beneath their homeworld. Vrylox's eyes narrowed. This changes everything. Prepare the fleet for a full assault. We cannot allow humans to regain their strength. Back in the base, Kane's team discovered a hidden transmitter in Thalix's quarters. The room was silent except for the steady beep of the device. Kane's heart pounded. He's been sending information to the Council. Thalix appeared calm but resolute. I'm not your enemy. I'm trying to save both our peoples. Kane clenched his fists. How do we know you're not lying? The future W. Kane stood face to face with Ambassador Thalix, the hidden transmitter, still blinking faintly on the table between them. I want the truth, Kane said coldly. Are you working for the Council or for us? Thalix's eyes met his without hesitation. I'm working for peace, but peace doesn't come without sacrifice. Kane's soldiers shifted uneasily. Trust was thin, hanging by a thread. Ilara burst into the room holding a data tablet. There's something you both need to see. She projected images of ancient Earth, long before the war, a time when humans and aliens had shared technology and knowledge. But something happened, Elara said. The Galactic Council erased this history. They wanted to keep humans weak and divided. Thalex's antennae twitched. The Council lied to us all. Kane clenched his fists, feeling a new fire ignite within him. Then maybe peace isn't about surrender. Maybe it's about fighting for the truth. In the alien fleet, Vrylox's fury grew. Reports came in that humans were activating old technology buried deep in Earth's core. They will pay for this, Vrylox growled. Send the Black Fleet. Crush their rebellion before it spreads. Back at the base, an alarm blared. The ancient consciousness in the device pulsed wildly, as if warning them. Kane turned to Thalex. We have to act. Now. The base shook violently. As the first blast from the Black Fleet hit the shields, Kane and his team rushed to their stations, adrenaline flooding their veins. This is it, Kane shouted. Hold the line. We fight not just for Earth, but for all humanity's future. Elara activated the ancient device. The consciousness inside hummed louder, guiding their weapons and defenses with knowledge lost for centuries. Thalex fought alongside the humans, proving his loyalty with every action. Kane caught his eye and nodded. A fragile trust was forming. Above, the Black Fleet advanced, ruthless and relentless. Commander Vrylox sneered. Crush them. Leave no survivors. But the humans fought with a fury that surprised even the most battle-hardened aliens. Amid the chaos, Kane faced his toughest choice. The device was their greatest weapon, but activating it fully could destroy the base, and possibly him. He closed his eyes and made the decision. A burst of light exploded. From the device, sending shockwaves through space, the alien fleet faltered, their attacks weakening. When the dust settled, the humans stood victorious, battered but unbroken. Kane looked to the stars, feeling the weight of the battle, but also a new hope. The war is far from over, he said, quietly. But today, we showed them who we really are. End of Part 7. The silence after the battle was deafening. The alien fleet had retreated, their ships limping away through the vastness of space. Kane stood on the base's observation deck, watching the stars flicker with the promise of a future they had fought hard to win. Around him, the team was exhausted, but alive. Elara was busy stabilizing the ancient device, now humming steadily, a beacon of hope and knowledge. Thalex, once a stranger, now stood beside Kane, no longer an ambassador but an ally. We've lost so much, Kane said quietly, but we've gained something stronger than weapons or technology. We've found our unity. The ancient consciousness, once a forgotten leader trapped in a machine, now shared its wisdom freely. It told stories of Earth's past glories and mistakes, helping the humans reclaim their lost heritage. Kane felt a surge of pride. Humanity was no longer the hunted. It was becoming a symbol of resistance and resilience across the galaxy. Far away in the shadows of the Galactic Council's chambers, whispers spread. The humans are awakening. They won't be controlled any longer. And somewhere, deep in space, new fleets prepared, both to challenge and to join the humans' fight for freedom. Kane looked to the horizon where the first rays of a new star dawned. This is just the beginning, he said. For Earth, for humanity, for the galaxy, for the